Hello, good evening, and welcome to Troubles in Otari, the adventures of Feg and the Squirrel Gang. Which is not just a clever name. Um, so, we now have 1 week off every 4 weeks. So last week was a week off. And so I did not do any role-playing at all last week, except for a very little bit of play at the beginning of the week, so I've completely forgotten what it is that I do, but hopefully you guys can all remind me. So, would anybody like to have a go at reminding us what happened in the last session?
We fought some spiders and a web something. And at the end of the session, and it was mainly battle. We rescued Feg, made him drink a potion, and then he went off to recuperate. And the rest of us continued battle. We defeated many spiders, many. Can't remember. There's so many. I can't remember how many.
5 or 6,
and then,
I think.
Yeah, see, loads. And then there was a web. Was it a web slinger? Am I getting that name right or wrong?
His name... it was a web something, wasn't it? And I can't remember.
Yeah. It's
Web
Lurker.
Lurker.
A web lurker, that's it. And he, towards the end of the battle, when we defeated all of those many spiders, decided to run away. And that's kind of where we finished. If Feg rejoined the battle, healed, I believe. Or at least not dying.
At least not dying, yep.
Yeah.
He is not currently dying.
Yeah, currently not in battle.
Very good. So, thank you for that. So, everybody, if you open your character sheets and make sure that you have at least 1 hero point, because you get 1 for every session, but Lou, for helpfully giving us a reminder of what has gone before, gets an extra 1, so you have 2 hero points. Now... I am going to move us on to the fish camp map, and I need to zero in on your position so it shows on the other view. There we go. So I have a feeling that for some reason Explorer mode has gone off, which I thought we had on before. So let's put that on, and that way you will get an idea of what the rest of the place looks like while you're not in it. It's funny because in the other game, the game that I played in yesterday, Explorer mode had decided to randomly turn itself off, so it must be something to do with YouTube. Roll20's wonderful program of upgrades. Dave has not arrived, has he? No, because I am recording, I don't get any dings from Discord, so if anybody joins, I don't hear it. So with the sounds of battle only recently dying in your ears, let me turn off that night sounds thing. You find yourselves in a room. Let me describe the room to you. Obviously, this room is somewhat disrupted. Ardria was somebody talking then?
No.
I can see green flashes, and I thought I heard a bit of a crackle then, and I thought maybe it was somebody talking and not coming through. But we will carry on. Fishing for adventure, that's what we want. There's the handout, and that's not the right one. It's this one we want, and room number 11. So, saying that this is room 11 doesn't give anything away. Okay, so this is a dining room. The fish camp's dining room. remains so full of cobwebs that it's hard to see anything inside. Tiny spiders skitter along silken threads. In the middle of the room is a large trestle table with benches along each side. Doesn't look like a trestle table in this diagram, does it? But never mind. That looks like an oval table to me.
Can trestle tables be oval?
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're square, aren't they? Rectangular. Still, maybe trestle tables can be oval, but I imagine them always as being rectangular with folding legs and kind of benches. A cabinet along the south wall holds a collection of tin dishes. The floor to the east, the door to the east. Which way is the east on this strange map? This is the door to the east. The door to the east is unblocked, and the door to the north has several planks nailed across it. The door to the north is this one.
Isn't that the one that the web lurker ran out of?
It is. So I think I might have
Very
told you.
agile.
I think I might have told you the wrong door. Let's retcon that and say that this is the one. This southern one here is the one that has planks all over it.
Yeah, 100%.
Oops. So
Maybe he's just really agile and he can get through the planks.
yeah, I mean he's got those long squiggly arms, so maybe he just kind of pulled them off and went. Because extra spiders came in through that door. Anyway, it no longer has planks nailed across it. They came down. So the web lurker legged it through here, and then south. It's not really south. It's actually west because the compass rose is the wrong way round. But we won't worry about the compass points too much. These new rulers are a nice new thing courtesy of Roll20. I really like them actually. They allow you to do things like I'll just demo this. They allow you to do things like cones. So you can do your 15-foot cone for flaming hands or whatever. And you don't need any templates or anything. I've got animated templates for this, but this is actually better, isn't it? This is much more better. But yeah, but you can have circles and squares, and you can have a 60-degree arc, and you can have a 90-degree arc, and it's just rather wonderful, I think. But anyway, I'll go back to the ruler. The nice thing is the ruler tells you how long it is, who's measuring it. It's really good. I like it a lot. And you can make it invisible, although I don't think you can hide it from me, but you can hide them from each other. So if you happen to just be measuring and you don't want people to see that you're measuring, because I can hide mine from you guys. But yes, so that is the new measuring tool, and that is the room in which you find yourself. Would you like some tin crockery?
Is there anything in the bowls? Can we go and look and see if there's anything inside of them? Or underneath them? Or behind them?
If you like. They are covered in dust and cobwebs.
Yeah, that's fine.
They would need a good old clean. Oh, Fega's just turned upside down. And the door just shut. So, for anyone who may be watching on the YouTubes, Gareth has got his new computer, so that's why we can see his face. And also, probably why Feg is now upside down.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the ruler for the first time and managed to turn Feg upside down in the process.
Oh, hold on. Let's turn him the right way up again. I've accidentally moved the bear. There we go.
How do you activate the ruler?
If you want to use the range ruler to move your token, you pick up the token using the left mouse button. So you click the left mouse button and hold on to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can move the token. Then
Like usual, yeah.
you hold on to it with the left mouse button, and then you tap the right one, and then the ruler will appear, and you can use the ruler to measure your path in squares and feet. And then if you tap the right mouse button again without letting go of the left one, you can put in waypoints, which will allow you to go diagonals and around corners and change direction and stuff. And it's really, really useful. And it's especially useful for me if I can see the path you took for the purposes of things like working out whether you attract attacks of opportunity and that sort of thing.
Right.
It's a trap.
So Lolry is looking in the dish cabinet, isn't she? Where
Yes,
there
please.
are... So, at the back of the dish cabinet, among assorted cups, is a mismatched pair of tarnished silver goblets, which stand out from the tin because of their slight glint. So yes, you find a couple of tarnished silver goblets.
I take silver goblet.
Cool. Approximate value 20 gold pieces
Ooh.
as a set.
What if we clean them up?
Well, I think that cleaning them up, I don't know if that would make them worth any more, but it would certainly make people more likely to want to buy them anyway. So, can you hear that fan? I've got a fan right next to me, and I'm just worried it's blowing on the microphone. I can't hear it actually. I think it's okay. I was a bit worried when I put it on that it would make an almighty racket, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. So that's a plus. Okay then. So Lolry has found a little bit of treasure. I have accidentally revealed large parts of the map by moving Feg's token through a wall when he wasn't looking. But that's okay. That's actually places that you've already been. What would you like to do?
I definitely feel we need to do some healing.
Yeah.
And I know that Dave, I've forgotten the name of his character because he changed it, also needs healing as well.
So Dave pops back in through the door.
Oh, Arlen. I think I think the bear, Arlen, Adria, and I think everybody may have taken some damage. Brock, did you take damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like everyone, but me, needs some healing, I think.
Well, given that we've got a reasonable amount of food, have we explored all of the rooms? Because Explorer mode has been turned off and I can't remember if you've been in all the rooms.
I rushed in to join the fight, like halfway through this fight last week, because I was dragging behind, so I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that you've not been in all the rooms. You
There is
probably,
a bedroom.
yeah. There's at least 3 or 4 rooms left that you have not set foot in, and there are also a number of outbuildings as well.
In which case, can we spend the next... How many heals do we need?
Bear needs healing. That's all I know. That's all I can see.
So I can do lay on hands every 20 minutes?
Can we not just do a short rest or a long rest in the bed, like barricade ourselves in the bedroom where Feg ran away to? I don't know the layout of this place.
Well, let's have a look. Dun dun dun. Okay, stop doing that. That is my stock noise when I am filling air, so I should not do that. Okay, that is not what I was looking for. What I am looking for is the rules on resting, because I am not entirely clear on how resting works. So, there is no such thing as a short rest, I don't think. So, if one takes a long rest which they do not call it. They just call it resting.
Okay.
So 8 hours of sleep each day. Resting typically happens at night. The group gains the same benefits for resting during the day. Either way, they can gain the benefits of resting once every 24 hours. Character who rests for 8 hours recovers in the following ways. The character regains hit points equal to their constitution modifier, multiplied by their level. If they rest without any shelter or comfort, you might reduce this healing by half to a minimum of 1. The character loses the fatigue condition. The character reduces the severity of the doomed and drained condition by 1. Most spellcasters need to rest before they regain the spells for the day. So you can attempt to rest for 8 hours if you like.
Well, I can lay on hands every 20 minutes. So I need maybe 3 of them. 1 for the bear. Feg definitely needs another 3, so we might be better off just spending 2 hours doing things like lay on hands, clearing out the last few rooms, and then we can spend a day or so, because we've got things like the boar to eat and all that, tidying up the whole place, resting, getting ready.
Cool.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah. I'm not too sure how many hit points Feg's actually got because I wasn't around the other week.
I can tell you.
You should say above your character.
Yeah, it should say above your character token.
Like a little bar.
2.
2.
It
Yeah.
says 2 slash
They definitely need.
He's a little bit dead then, isn't he?
I thought he got more than that.
So
I thought he got more than that.
It's not a problem either way.
because
How often can we do medicine checks?
you can do unless you have a like a boosted version of the skill, you know, with one of the feats. You can do. Each person can have a treat wounds check on them once per hour, I think. So
Okay.
so you can do 3 of those in an. You can do 3 lay on hands in an hour. I think a
And
treat
medicine
wounds
check.
check takes 10 minutes, but if you pass or fail, the recipient of a treat wounds check can only have 1 per hour. So who has got a treat wounds skill?
I do.
Cool.
The
So
same as well.
possibly. Let's see if Ardria's got one. Michaela apparently has popped out with the dog because it was very hot today, so she didn't get a walk during the day, which is entirely my
Ivran-
fault.
Ivran
So, right.
definitely has medicine, and I think he has assurance in it.
Ah, that's good. So the DC for a treat wounds check is 15. So assuming that Ivren has at least 5 in his medicine skill, he has 6, then he can automatically grant the basic heals. So he is probably the man you want doing it if no one else has got assurance, because if you fail it, you don't get any benefit and you have to wait an hour before you try again. And if you crit fail it, it actually damages you instead of healing you, which I've always found hilarious. Kind of when first aid goes wrong, and accidentally choking out your first aid patient with the bandages or something, or beating them over the head with a crutch or something.
Like Mr. Bean doing first aid.
Yeah. The thought entertains me anyway.
Dave said he'd be in 5 minutes.
That's good. Okay.
If Ivran were to do a medicine check on Feg, and I do a medicine check on myself, that's the worst 2 people, hopefully up a little boost.
Cool. Okay, so Ivren does not need to roll for Feg. He can opt not to roll and just take 10 effectively. Oh, that's a shame. You'll have to lay on hands yourself instead. But Ivren treats Feg to 2d8 points of healing. Is there a bonus on top of that? I think it's just a flat 2d8, isn't it? treat wounds. Dun, dun, dun. Don't do it, don't make the noise. The results of your medicine check. Critical success 48. Basic success I think is just 2d8. But I can't see where it says it here. Success! There we go. Success is 2d8. Right. So, let's roll 2d8 for Ivren. For Fag, 11. So, you can give yourself 11 hit points, Fag. Ivren notices that Ardria is also quite beaten up, so goes over to give her some healing too. Ardria receives 8. So, do you know how to do that, Gareth?
Character sheet.
You can do it directly on your token. So, I don't know how much of this is new to you, because obviously we've been playing together for quite a while.
All of it.
But I don't know how much of it you could actually see on your computer. So hopefully
Very little.
Hopefully
Done it.
now you've done it. Good man. So actually it was so you've set it to 11. What you need to do is click on the token.
So I put it back to 2 then. The thing I changed.
So if you hit the plus button, so click on your token, click on the red bit where the 2 is. And then instead of just typing 11, type plus 11, and then you can get it to add 11 hit points. Or you can just type in what you know the number will be. So 11 plus 2 is 13. So if you type 13, then it becomes 13. If you type plus 11, it should also become 13. There we go. So we are going to give 8 hit points to Ardria. There we go. Ardria is now on 20, so she's actually not that beaten up anymore.
Yeah. I did see those numbers sometimes on my laptop, but I didn't know what they did. Usually it was nothing because the laptop was struggling barely to bring them up. So.
Well, hopefully now you will get the first class service. So you'll be able to see all the things. Let's change Ardria to the unblooded version. So in the hour, well, it takes Ivren 20 minutes to do Feg and Ardria. Neither of those can receive a treat wounds check for a little while. Ivren could do treat wounds on the bear while Brock touches himself. So
I was saying yes please, and then you said touches. Yes please for the bear.
okay, have you done some lay on hands already?
I just did 3 lay on
Oh,
hands.
you've already done it. Okay, cool.
Because that's an hour's worth.
Cool. So Ivren is Ivren has assurance, so he does 2d8s for the bear. The bear was only 3 down, but the bear is now definitely feeling much better.
He's only down. He only has 8. That's a heavy hit for him.
This is true.
Poor bear.
Poor bear. I suppose 3 out of 8 is quite a high
Nearly
percentage,
50%.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ivren can actually do some healing on himself with his assurance, and then that brings him up to full hit points. So that means that everyone is looking a bit healthier after about half an hour. Let's call it an hour because Brock has done his 3 20-minute focus spells. If we move into the second hour of healing, then Ivren can do the rounds again. So he does a bit more healing for Feg. So I've just added 7 for you. He goes to top up Ardria, who is now also maxed out. There we go. And somebody actually has, I've just remembered, somebody actually has a special medicine box that gives bonuses to healing, but it doesn't, it's all moot now, I think.
I think it just gives +1 to your medicine check.
All right, so it doesn't actually improve the results. Okay, that's fine. So, Ivren, Ardria, and Captain Fuzzy Paws and Lowry are all at full hit points. Aiden didn't take any damage, but he is more of a lover than a fighter, or something. More of an imaginary cat than a fighter. So, Brock starts to look a bit better, but yes, after a couple of hours, everybody is in much better shape. That isn't going to do anything to
Beg another 12 if it's going to be a full 2 hours of healing.
Yeah, it could do.
That'd
in
be
fact,
2 lay on hands for
and
Feg
that
in the
is
second hour from me.
That is exactly what he needed to bring him up to full hit points. So, everybody is looking much healthier now. The only person who isn't on full hit points is Brock, but Ivren in the second hour can actually use assurance to give him 2d8 points of healing. So, there we go. So we've pretty much worked out how much healing we can do in 2 hours, and it's nearly enough. It's if you were all on like 1 hit point, it wouldn't have been enough. But if you're moderately beaten up, you can pretty much be fully restored, can't you? Which is pretty good.
We have a Dave.
We have a Dave! Ah, hello Dave. I can't hear you. Say a thing, Dave.
Can you hear me?
Very, very quietly.
I'm working on it.
Yay!
That sounded better.
Yeah, is that better?
Indeed.
Great. Sorry, I've only just got some. I've also got dinner in front of me, so I won't have my camera on for now as I stuff my face. But
Cool.
hopefully I'll be there with you guys shortly.
What's for dinner?
I've got some just chili chicken noodles.
Oh, that sounds good. Oh.
So yes, I'll be tucking in. But hope everyone's good. Thanks for bearing with.
No worries. Well, Ivren has been a real hero and used his assurance with healing to top everyone's hit points up. So
Very good.
So now that everyone is feeling better, what would you all like to do?
Well, I do remember the web lurker is still knocking about, so I think it'd be remiss of us not to find it and take it out whilst it's running and low on health.
Well, it has had 2 hours to flee into the woods.
Ah,
That's why we've been healing up.
We could go hunt it.
I think we should probably clear out the rest of the rooms here first.
Yeah.
yeah, that
No.
works for me.
If I remember correctly, that particular room up there, Feg the Intelligent wandered in there on his own. So we've done that one.
Oh, I wasn't looking. Did you ping? Which one
I
was
did.
it? Oh, that one. Yes, that is where Feg found the pornographic woodcut. I promised you faithfully that I would come up with a random pornographic woodcut generator, didn't I? And I haven't done that. So I am just going to very quickly open up my Todoist and try and work out.
Be careful googling it.
Right. Well, I think that would be a genuinely hilarious use of AI. I think pornographic woodcut generator. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually see whether I can use one of these AI art tools to do that. That would be awesome. Technically, I think I have to put a content warning on most of the D&D stuff anyway, so it's kind of got to be done now. I think.
Make it like suggestive PG-15 nuts magazine.
Oh,
Just like
that's no fun! Come on, we've got to go full on specialist top shelf, I reckon.
A buttload of hentai.
hentai woodcuts.
The sort of stuff that makes your eyes bleed when you look at it. Yeah.
I think this could be a lot of fun. I think we'd be missing a trick if we didn't. So I have actually put a date on it so that it will actually remind me to do it now. But I was on holiday last week. I wasn't supposed to be doing lots of work, which is good because I didn't do lots of work. I just played with the chainsaw and got sunburned.
Sounds.
Well, you got some work done then with the tree. So
Oh yeah. The garden is pretty much clear now. So
Sam
Really?
managed to get welding burns.
Ooh.
Somebody wore shorts while welding, and so his legs look like a horrendous case of sunburn, but it's from the welding torch.
Oh no, that sounds unpleasant.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's his own fault. Who welds in shorts?
I probably would, to be fair, because that's
you
not
go.
the kind of thing I'd think of. I ended up with lots of little what was it? I was wearing sports socks and shorts whilst doing the chainsawing, and all the little wood chips were flying into my shoes, and I had to sit and pick all the splinters out of my socks.
Shin splints quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a comparable incident in many ways. Yes, I think I would have done exactly the same thing with the welder. I might not have carried on doing it though. I might have stopped
No,
after a little while and gone,
There's a
this
reason
really
why the
hurts.
majority of Darwin Awards go to men.
I mean, it's not heat burn, so it's not like your legs get hot at the time. Essentially, it generates enough UV light from the sparks to sunburn my legs.
Oh, is that how it works? Ah,
Yeah.
well, I was standing next to the fire as the shade from the tree slowly receded, exposing me to the sun. But because I was standing next to a bonfire that I was feeding the bits of wood that I was cutting off into, I was like, I feel hot, but that's because I'm standing next to a bonfire.
Next to a bonfire.
And then 3 hours later, I was like, this is more than just standing next to a. This is more than just standing next to a bonfire. This is in fact proper radiation burn. Still, it's got to be done. So, I've just had a thing pop up from Michaela. She sent me that ages ago. So, anyway,
Which are we heading through?
precisely, which way would you like to go?
well, which rooms have we done? We've done the one at the top where we found
We
the
haven't done much on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm just
have-
wondering, have we done any down this side? You know, down from it. We did these, didn't we?
Yeah, we've done those
so
ones.
You've done this one.
Yeah.
I think you've done this one. You've done a room up here. And you've
Yep.
done a room here. And I think pretty
Yep.
much everything on the left-hand side as you look at the map
So
is
we've
so
done that
far
one.
undone. So I am just going to quickly take Aiden and use him to expose rooms that you have been in. And that way, hopefully it will... hopefully it will add it to the... Did it do it? It didn't do it. I know why that
I
is.
see
I'm
the
going to
one
borrow
room.
Feg and do it.
Hey, go quickly check all the rooms we've been in.
Hold on. I'll do it and actually let him materialise. There we go. So, you have been to this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't think you have been inside this one. I think Feg just opened the door, looked inside and went, nothing here, and wandered off. Also, Ivren has been in this room, but
Yeah.
pretty much only to witness the egress of the web lurker. You came
Well, shall we-
in through this door up here.
In which case, can I go out this door? Hang on. Open that
Click on
door.
the door. The door will open.
And go in that one, and then go in here.
Cool. Okay.
And can I have a look round.
You can. Let me tell you what you see. So.
We follow.
Oh, very good. Using the ruler, isn't he good? So let's scroll down a bit. So when you take your place inside the room, don't move for a few seconds because I need to find the thing. So a tangle of cobwebs fills this room, obscuring the details of the bed and the table within. So this is in fact a table. I thought it was a rug.
Looks like a bed.
Oh, well, no, this is a bed.
Oh, I think it's in the shadow. Okay, from
This
my
is,
point of view,
I think
can't
this
see
is a
it.
table.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
So we have been above, haven't we? Because we went in. That's where we came in and around.
So other than the bed, there's nothing in there, right?
There's a table. Can
Can I do a perception check then?
you can? So nobody move for a second. Anyone who wants to attempt to perceive anything, give us a perception roll, please.
Ooh.
Anyone who doesn't really care, that's fine. Okay, we've just had 2 critical successes.
I'm trying to find it.
I'm a little bit sad. Okay, so Brock and Ivren. Ivren ducks under it. Brock turns around and spots it. There is a like a spider's thread at about neck height. Ivren sees it and just kind of goes under it. Brock spots it just as it begins to tighten around Feg's neck. This appears to be almost like a noose made out of a spider's web. So so this basically is I have to attack you with it, so I'm going to roll to hit. This is a single action attack from a trap, basically.
We think Brock was short enough to just pass underneath it.
Yeah, Brock probably just walked under it. Ivren ducked under it because both of you just spotted something and avoided it. And
I didn't see it.
Sadly, Feg didn't spot it. So 12 plus 13 is 25. So what is Feg's armor class? 19.
21.
It's 21 when your shield is up.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the time. So your armor class is 21 when you spend an action to raise your shield.
Right.
So you have been hit by the noose. It has grabbed you around the neck and is kind of... So you are going to take some bludgeoning damage. This cruel trap inflicts upon you. That wasn't a crit, was it? 25 against 19, that's not a crit. So it does you a mere 7 points of damage, but you are currently held. I have deducted the damage. You are currently grabbed, which is basically the same as being grappled, I think. And you have been pulled off the ground, so your feet are a few inches above the floor. You are held by the neck by a spider's web.
Can I jump on the table and attempt to jump and slice, cut him down?
You can certainly try. Give us an attack roll.
I was going to say, nat 1, you hit Feg in the head.
So
No.
a 19 is a hit. So However, the hardness of the object prevents it from taking any damage. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's.
Can I grab Feg's legs to support him so he doesn't choke to death while we work out how to deal with this?
Can we get the table underneath him? Can we pull the table so he can stand on it so he's not choking, and then figure out a way how to get him down?
Well, let's get an initiative order, because that way we have time in which to do these things. There we go. So,
What a waste of a D20.
Sorry, I didn't click my person. I'm sorry.
That's cool. No worries. So let's add you in manually. So.
Like how Feg gets to go first.
Brock, Ivren, Lolry, Fag. Why did it? I just accidentally moved Fag. I didn't mean to do that. Why does it keep adding an extra thing? That's very annoying. So we're not going to worry about Ardria and Aiden. They are just they'll catch up whenever they're ready. We've got everyone else in there. So Ivren jumped on the bed, didn't he? So let's pop him back up. Let's pop him on the bed. Unless he climbed off again straight afterwards.
2 secs.
Right, so Gareth has popped out. Oh, he's turning the light on. He's doing things. I won't watch him doing things. So let's say that because Feg is trapped in the noose, he probably can't do anything at the moment, except try to escape. Oh, right, you're back. Sorry, I thought I saw you holding a phone to your ear, so I didn't realise that you were
I was knocking stuff on the floor as I've moved.
Can you please give us a... I'm assuming that you would like to try and escape.
Yeah.
So, I have a DC in mind. So what you can do is try and do a... I think you are allowed to...
A dexterity roll or something.
I think it could either be acrobatics or athletics, I reckon. You could try and wriggle out, or you could just try and tear it apart with brute force. So
brute force is more Feg's style.
okay, so give us an athletics roll, and we'll see how you get on. 10. Okay, so Feg. I'm going to say that that's a full round action in this case. So Feg wriggles to try and escape, but he does not get free. Let's move on to Ivren. Let's see what Ivren has planned. Why does it keep on adding an extra thingy? That is very, very annoying. Stop doing that, you.
What about me?
I don't know why that happened. Oh, you and Ivren have the same number. So which one of you has the
You
highest
can go
dexterity?
first. I dropped all the way down below Feg.
I don't know why that happened. That's very odd and very disconcerting. So I'm going to try and reset the round. There we go. It's got the right number now. For some reason it said 14 on it before, and I don't know why.
I'm still below Feg. Oh well.
Yes, I think I've fixed it now.
There we go.
We will hope. I've moved you back up again. I can't promise it won't happen again, but you know these things.
That's fine.
Right. So Ivren, do a thing.
So by hitting the thing, it didn't work before. Just wondering if the party's still got the I don't know, the smoking sword or something like that might actually get a bit of damage onto this thing or not. I'm not sure.
One of you is wielding it, I think.
I think it's me.
Oh, cool. So, what happened there was inanimate objects have hardness, which is effectively damage resistance, and then they have a break threshold, just like a shield does, for example. So, so if you hit a thing, and you do it less damage than its hardness, it doesn't take any damage, basically. So you made contact with it, you just didn't hit it hard enough to do it any damage. You could just try again, because last time, because you only rolled a 1. I am wondering whether you should in fact have some sort of... It is adding your strength modifier.
And it shouldn't be. Should it be adding dexterity?
Only if you have the feat that allows that to happen. So, there are. I don't think.
I thought it just came from the rogue thing.
So you have Rogue's Racket, but you picked a different one. So my Rogue's Racket is the one that allows her to substitute dexterity for strength in attack rolls, I think. Here we go. Rogue class feature. Dun, 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 dun. Deep sneak attack, surprise attack, rogue trickery. I am just not looking at the right thing, obviously. I could have that wrong, so if you can find something that says that Ivren can do that, then do let me know. I have been known to make mistakes.
No, I think you're right. I think that's just the thief racket gets the dexterity thing. Not me. So, but hey, I will give it another go just to see if I can do a bit more. Let's try again.
Cool. 14 is unfortunately a miss.
Okay.
You do still have another 2 actions though. So you can attempt to do it again.
Yeah, why not? I'll try it one more time because there's not a lot else we can do at this point. Could be better.
16, still a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
With my last action, can I use? Can I reach it? Can I hold the ever-burning torch to it? See if it burns the. Gets rid of it that way.
Oh, that's interesting. Why not? Okay. So I think that's still going to be a melee attack, isn't it? Because you're trying to hit the rope with the torch. I'll tell you what. Just roll a d20 for me, and I'm not sure what kind of a 6. Okay, I don't think that's going to get you there. Because even with some modifiers, we're not likely to find an extra 12. Okay. So I don't think Ivren has managed it on this occasion. Let's move on to Lolry and see whether she can do some things. Do a thing, Lolry.
Okay, can we? I think my strength's pretty shit, but can we come back? Basically, can we move the table underneath Feg? Does the table look like it's one that moves?
Oh yeah, it's not. It's probably not stuck to the floor.
Okay, so my first move? Can I move in, and then can I drag the table under Feg? So push it.
I reckon that's a reasonable thing to try and do. Does it say anything about this table? Well, I mean, it's not a massive table, is it? So I'm going to say I'm going to say that you can do that. I don't think it's an enormous piece of furniture. I'm not going to make you do a strength roll just to move a small wooden table. So I am going to assume that succeeds. But that will cost you. That costs you 1 action to enter the room, 1 action to grab hold of the table, final
1
action to move it under Feg. So
But
Feg,
Feg is at least now not. So I'm probably going to be here, aren't I? Because I've just moved the table. So Feg is now the immediate danger.
yeah. So he's not
Is
being
eliminated.
he's not being choked to death.
And now we can figure out how to get him down.
Yep, we can certainly try. So we move on to Porok, who doesn't have to hold on to Feg's legs because he's now got his legs on a table. So you have 3 actions to do a thing. I'm going to leave the turn order in there just for ease of what's it. Said
Can I
John
try
with a
and-
spectacular command of the English language. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I try and just break the noose from around his neck
You can try.
carefully without, pulling it tighter?
Well, you can attack it, or you can attempt to disable the trap.
Can I attempt to disable it using athletics?
So I have a couple of skills here that they suggest for disabling this trap. So you could attempt to disable it using survival if you are trained, or thievery. So survival or thievery might be good skills.
I'll have a crack at survival.
Cool. Right, give it a go. Oh! So close. So you have 2 more actions. You pulled on the rope, but it did not come undone.
I assume I can't just keep spamming survival attempts.
I don't think so. I think a skill check might even need to be a full round action for that one. But I will let you attack it in a fit of pique if you wish.
Yeah, go for it.
So you'll have to do it off your character sheet. Otherwise you'll be attacking Veg, which could be very funny.
Yeah.
But oh, unfortunate. Nobody seems to be able to hit the rope except for Ivran, who didn't hit it hard enough to damage it. Oh. So I don't know what Feg thinks at the moment. But his feet are currently elevated, so he's not being choked. So I'm going to move on to Feg and see what he does. What you going to do, Feg?
Brute force, as usual.
Brute force, okay. So I have a DC, an escape DC. It is written in front of me. I know what number I'm looking for. And that ain't it. So I think Feg's staying here forever. So what would the rest of you like to do? You could probably come up with arrangements for feeding him, pass him up a sandwich or something. Hold on to his feet so he can get 40 winks,
I realise I probably should use my thievery skills to try and disarm the trap.
You can certainly give that a go.
I mean, we haven't checked if Beg is, particularly against having a rope around his neck in the room he ran into with a pornographic woodcut. That could be his thing.
We definitely need a content warning today.
Yeah.
was say, can we not give Feg like an autoerotic asphyxiation backstory this late into the part? Like that would have come up before, surely.
Would it?
It's Feg, yeah.
You'd have thought so.
He was discussing of an evening one of his wonderful choky wanks he had the other day. And it was just...
Oh, so well, Feg may be upset then that
We're trying to cut him down.
the thievery check that Ivren did was in fact sufficient to remove it from his neck.
Does he need a sleight of hand check to hide the obvious erection in his trousers?
I will leave that up to Feg himself, but I think the thievery check, basically you disarmed the trap, so I would say whatever the... obviously it's going through some sort of pulley, which has levered him off the ground. There must be some kind of counterweight somewhere, whatever it is, but you have found it and basically let him down. So he still does have the thing around his neck, but it's no longer under tension, and he is not, he is not trapped in it anymore. So he can kind of take it off now if he wants to. I mean, he can keep it forever if he likes. Just give it a little pull if he needs it to be tighter for any personal reason. Yes, I think that's the very first time in a role-playing game that the words autoerotic asphyxia have come up. But but that's fine. This is what content warnings are for. So if anybody is watching this and finds this revolting, well, you were warned by the content warning that I'm going to put in the chat. Feg is saved. For now.
Shall we carry on our exploration?
Yeah, can we have a quick check out of the room?
Of course.
See if there's anything else in here.
So, oh, very good. Okay, well, you might even find
Very
something.
perceptive today.
Very perceptive. If there's nothing to find, then there's going to be more pornographic woodcuts, aren't there? So, no, you find...
Me just trying to divert my eyes away from, again, Feg with a rope around his neck and an obvious erection. So I can see everything else in the room except that.
So you
really hard at girls.
You avert your eyes downwards to avoid the obvious bulge, and you notice that there's actually a small drawer under this table. So you pop the little drawer open. There are a number of small harmless spiders inside it that are literally just house spiders. They just kind of crawl out and run off to the four corners of the room. But inside is an object. This is a pretty sinister looking object. It is a mummified hand, possibly an elf's hand, on a golden chain. And its gnarled fingers are locked in a particular pattern. So these gnarled fingers locked in a particular pattern, I think we'd better say that it's doing this, because that's cool and metal. But yes, you have a thing. Somebody with whimsical powers could attempt to identify it for you.
Does it look like a monkey paw type thing?
Not a monkey paw, but
like the equivalent of.
Yeah.
Was it whisper? Was it what do we need to do a check? Nature?
I'd say anybody with an arcana skill. For some reason, there is a ruler thing stuck on this square. Can anyone else see that?
Yeah.
It's like somebody is perpetually measuring. Is anybody measuring?
No, I was on my cheek.
I'm going to hit refresh and see if it goes away.
I don't have arcana or occultism. I've got underworld.
Is that a lore skill?
Yeah.
Ah.
Does that count?
That's not really what we're looking for.
Then I'm absolutely useless in this situation.
I think Ardria, being a witch, more than likely has Arcana. Yep, she is proficient in Arcana, trained in it at least.
I'm
So-
trained in it as well. I'd give it a go.
Ooh, okay. 24, very
Ooh.
good. Okay, I'm going to say that's probably sufficient. I have lost the handout, which is just what you want. It's because I just hit refresh. Maybe I need to oh, it's disappeared off that screen though, so I'm going to refresh the other screen and hopefully it will disappear off that one too. Of course, the chat will disappear and I will have to pop it out again. But could be worse. There we go. Double click, ping, and then we shift it down a little bit so that it is big enough, and then we make sure that it stays on top, because if it don't stay on top, then the folks at home, if there are any, won't be able to see what's happening, will they? And that would be a tragedy. So I'm zooming in. Okay, I managed to get rid of the thing. I don't know where it came from, and I don't know where it went, but it's gone now. Oh, and there's a torch on the table. We can get rid of that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what it is that you have found. If only I can find it again in this handout. So I'm trying to be a good boy and not have any drinkies today. It's really hard GMing sober. Especially with all this talk of self-abuse and the like. Okay, so this is a magical item called Hand of the Mage. It has basically, this is a mummified elf hand hanging from a golden chain. You can activate it using 2 actions. There's 2 actions, command, envision. That's quite specific. I'm guessing that that is what you need to do to activate magic items.
Very good.
Evocation, invested, magical. Basically, it lets you cast Mage Hand. It doesn't say here whether you have to be a mage to use it. My general take in 5e, for example, is that anybody can use magic items because the magic has been cast on them to be used by non-whimsical folk. But I am not certain because I don't know if we've come across very many spell-based magic items. So let's see what it says about Hand of the Mage in the Archives of Nethys. It says exactly the same on here as it says in that handout, but it does give a page reference. I bet the page in the actual book will say exactly the same thing too, so I'm just going to assume that whoever ends up holding it, which I'm guessing is more than likely to be Ivren, unless somebody else wants to be able to cast Mage Hand. What's this?
No, give it to Ivren.
Oh, very good. So, yes, if Ivren... Actually, it might be more useful to Fag now I think about it.
Oh dear.
Apparently it's better if it's someone else's.
Does it require concentration?
It may require maintenance, so I'll tell you what, let's... I'm going to very
Maybe Feg
quickly...
won't get much use from it.
Oh, we should find a different character to pick on. otherwise
There's no
Feg will
judgment
get
here.
cross. No judgment. No, that's quite right.
If
Probably
Feg
should
enjoys
we-
a little asphyxiate up there.
Right, core rulebook, PDF version. So I want to page search. How do I search? How do I find the page? There must be a way. I'm sure there is, I just don't know what it is. Find text or tools. I just want to find the page number. Searching the entire book for the number 611. Does anyone know how to search for a page reference on Adobe Acrobat?
Hand of the Mage.
Control.
Try.
Or I could just search for the words, couldn't I?
Hmm.
Stupid boy! Okay.
I mean, I've got the old school actual book, if that helps.
No.
You can't control F that.
Mm-mm.
It says exactly the same thing.
That's not in any way helpful, is it? I found 3 references with identical information in.
Yeah.
Oh well. I think we will just assume that it can be cast, and once Mage Hand, I think we'll just have to follow whatever it says about Mage Hand. So Mage Hand is a duration sustained spell, which means that if it is active, you need to spend 1 action to keep it going, just like a light spell or something like that. So it costs you 1 action to keep it going, or you can, as a free action, just make it disappear. It doesn't say that it is a consumable item, which presumably means that you can use it to cast Mage Hand more than once. So you have a magic item which allows you to cast Mage Hand. In theory, any of you could use it, unless I discover later on in my research that that is not the case. But for now, you have a hopefully useful magic item. Where would you like to go next?
I think I might. Could I sneak down this left-hand corridor and just try a stealthy entry into this door?
You certainly can try. So let's have a stealth roll and see how sneaky beaky you manage to be. 19, that's not too bad. That would be an excellent roll in 5th edition. But in Pathfinder 2nd edition, anything under 63, very dicey. So, this bedroom is... Oh, I was about to read you a description without even checking to see if you'd open the door. You managed to sneak relatively quietly up to the door. You do not think that anyone has spotted you.
Very good. I'll slowly open the door.
Excuse me. Go ahead. This bedroom is starkly appointed. A wooden bed frame has slats but no mattress. With a battered trunk at its foot. On the other side of the room is a small simple table holding a ceramic pitcher, pitcher as in jug, and a matching empty bowl. Tightly latched shutters over the windows block out the light. So this bedroom is pretty dull and pretty empty.
Fair enough. I suggest having a look in this room at the top now. I don't know if people want to get a bit close to me just in case there are some...
Wasn't there a chest? Was there a chest, did you say, in that room?
Oh yes, there is something in that corner there.
Yeah, there is a
Can I just
battered trunk at the foot of the bed.
A
Can I
trunk,
inspect
that
it
was
for any traps or anything?
You certainly can. Give us a perception roll, see how you get on. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
I'll open it up.
Cool. Okay. You pop open the chest. It has in it a very elderly, dirty sock, which appears to have mushrooms sprouting out of the toes.
Are the mushrooms edible?
Survival check.
Oh god. You know, I was thinking more for the bear, but again.
Bears eat mushrooms.
I don't know. Oh, 9.
I need to do a secret roll.
I'm not saying I'm going to eat them. I was just
Well.
asking, do they look edible?
They look delicious. They look delicious and edible.
Can I take them and offer them to Feg?
You can take them and offer them to Fag if you wish.
You're picking mushrooms off of a sock.
I just wondered. I was thinking for the bear. The bear likes eating interesting things. But no, okay. Can I keep the mushrooms in a little pouch?
You can. There's basically a small handful of these mushrooms. They're a little bit dried out, as if they have been in there for some time. They grew on the sock. Yep,
It's
yeah.
going to end up being whole
Feg
Australian
thinks
meat.
Feg thinks that those mushrooms look absurdly beautiful and should be eaten without delay. Actually, no, I'm not even sure if Feg would realise they were mushrooms with a roll like that. I think with a roll like that, you probably think that they're the toes of the last wearer of the sock. Slightly misshapen by years, possibly years in an empty trunk.
So nothing's been in here in a while then.
Except for spiders, I'd say.
There have been plenty of spiders.
So that's all that's in the trunk was the sock.
Indeed. So,
Can I try the door here with the old sneakeroonie again?
So, give us a stealth roll.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay.
How's that even happened?
Well, these things do happen. That's a very low stealth roll for.
It hasn't given me any bonuses or anything. That can't be right.
It's given you a bonus of 1, and that does not sound like enough. I'm assuming that you are trained in stealth. So that is very weird, because it should have given you.
Oh, that's because for some reason I've turned in. I know exactly why. I was
What
clicking
happened?
this whole time, including the Arcana. I've been I somehow switched from Ivran to Carlin. I think it's because I refreshed my browser when we were asking about the ruler. Only for the last 10 minutes, but still.
I would never have noticed that. I just saw Carl and Drakkar pop up. Yeah, I was going to say you get +8 for
Still rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't think that would have done much.
Well, that's an improvement at least. So before you go about opening this door, let's have our brief comfort break. So surprisingly, I actually got a response from one of my questions online in my Thursday D&D campaign, where I asked any viewers if they would like me to leave it recording in between, so that they could listen to the banter during the break if there was any. So I am going to change to the intermission screen. Do you know what? The audio capture isn't on the intermission screen, which means that there wouldn't be any banter. So I'm going to pause it. However, I will try and fix that for next time, just in case there's any exciting banter in between the first half and the second half. So I am going to put us into intermission mode and then hit the pause button. So let's come back in. Try and get back by about 9:10, hopefully to start again by about 9:15. So AFK, TTFN, BRB, FFS.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back in the room, and I'm peaking really badly, which means I'm probably need to turn the volume down a little bit, but never mind. I'm sure we will live. Here we go. So when we left our party before the break, allow me to reunite the cat and the witch. Oh, okay. You moved them at the same time as I did. I don't know if you moved them to the same place or not. Okay, the cat is now under the bear. That seems to be the wrong way round. Now the doors are opening and closing willy-nilly. So I am going to get a nice view on this one here. So Ivren Vahais creeps up to the door, which he has not yet opened. Pinned to the door is a note, which is why it took me a little while to come back, because I suddenly realised I needed a handout. So, what is pinned to the door is a scrap of old parchment, somewhat yellowed. The writing is a little bit faded, but you can still read it. It looks a bit like this. Just in case you cannot read that for any reason. It says, Finlay's room. Leave 'em be.
Well, I'm going to totally disregard the advice and open the door.
Very well. Okay.
I'll try and gingerly step inside and then have a look around.
I am going to see if I can do a thing. Oh, I've accidentally placed 2 torches, when really all I wanted to do was... do this. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, that's rather bluer than I expected, but I'm going to go with it anyway. The light in this sparse bedroom seems to have a faint blue cast, and the air within is chilly. Wind rattles the shutters over the window. The wooden bed frame holds a mouldering straw mattress and sheets, with a moth-eaten wool blanket folded at the foot of the bed.
Can I have a look around for anything suspicious or interesting?
You can. So, as you start looking through the room, appearing, well, they don't so much as appear, as you just realise that they were there all along. A forlorn-looking human stands before you, and that is nowhere near big enough for me to demonstrate the art, but maybe I can find a handout. Player art handouts.
Ah, yes, I remember Blue Finley from the pub.
Here we go, that should be big enough. There we go. So what you see is a relatively young looking man with sad drawn features. He is clearly wearing the attire of a fisherman, and he kind of looks somewhat forlornly at his feet as you come into the room. They just kind of look at you rather sadly.
I will attempt to just say, sorry for barging in. Are you okay?
Right. Just going to hope this works here. Hold on. 1, 2. There we go. There we go. Well, I could be better. I could be better. I could be better. I mean, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Party pooper.
How long have you been dead for?
Well, sadly, longer than I was alive.
Oh. What is best to know about this place?
Hold on, I'm going to turn that off because the echo is a bit annoying. I need to find a different ghost voice. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What can you tell us about that place that's now in the time you have been dead?
Well, hold on. He should have an accent. What kind of accent should he have? His name's Finlay, so he should probably have a Scottish accent. But I think the dire atrocities the atrocities that I've inflicted upon the Scottish accent are probably.
Isn't Finley more Irish?
Sorry?
Isn't Finley Irish or more Irish in origin?
Is it?
I say that my Irish we called Finley.
I wouldn't know, but I'm sure there was a TV program called Dr. Finlay, and it's making me think of that. But I could be completely wrong. He eyes you somewhat suspiciously. You asked him if there's anything you should know about the building,
What's going on? Anything we should be worried about?
Well, you should definitely look out for the spiders.
They're all dead. We got them.
Oh, that's good news. I'm sure there'll be more, but a temporary respite would be welcome.
Indeed. Do you mind if we stay here a while and use it as our camp whilst we investigate the local area?
Well, I mean, you can't stay in here. This is my room, but I don't see why not.
Well, I don't know whether the party has anything else to ask. I feel like we should either leave him be, and no doubt he might prove his worth later.
We can have a chat with Finley for a bit. So, Finley, how did you die? If it's not too painful to ask.
Could you please give me a diplomacy check?
I mean, no.
So I'm not telling you, you're far too rude. I don't even know your name. And you're coming in here asking me how I died? That's pretty personal, don't you think?
Can I come back and play pacifier and say, oh, Brock's just, he means well, he just can't always get his words. Nor can Feg. Excuse Feg, Feg's been hanging off the ceiling by his neck. He doesn't know what he's saying.
So Feg has managed to incense him, and Feg isn't even in the room. So.
Can I try and pacify the situation?
You can try. How are you going to do that? Are you just going to try and smooth things over?
I'll try and do a bit of smooth talking with him. Very
well. Okay, give us another diplomacy check. We'll see whether you can do better where the others have failed. Well, he doesn't look very happy, but he looked on the point of just fading away when after he accused Brock of rudeness, but now he kind of doesn't disappear immediately. So
with that in mind, I might say to him, so why do you stay here in this place?
Well, I'm stuck. You know how it is. Unfinished business and all that.
What's your unfinished business? Can we help you finish it?
Oh, I'm cutting straight to the chase there. I don't know. Let's see. Well, you have kind of offered to help, so that could be possibly a persuasion check if you're better at persuasion than diplomacy. He sort of looks a bit tight-lipped, a little bit sulky, as if he doesn't entirely quite want to let go of his story.
Is it because it was his asphyxie wank set up in the other bedroom that we spotted? We're
Oh,
feeling a bit embarrassed about how he died.
did Brock say that out loud? I'm guessing he
Yeah,
probably
why not?
didn't. Oh God. Well, you never know. He might find it funny. So if I was a ghost and had just been accused of having
I hear
met
many famous bards have gone out that way.
Michael,
Nothing to be ashamed
Michael
of.
Hutchins, many a Tory MP. Or at
My
least
best
one.
friend's husband.
Which one?
Oh, sorry, I said my best friend's husband.
Really?
One of my close friends. Yeah.
Untrue
Wow.
story.
Yeah, one of my close friends, her basically husband. We believe that's how he died.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a few years ago now.
It's not the cautionary tale for you, Blue Finley. and Feg, potentially.
He finds your suggestion hilariously funny. As luck would have it. I rolled the dice for that and everything. So yes, he says, "Oh well, never let it be said that I don't have a sense of humour." No, that's not how I died. Although, I did hear you talking in the next room. Yes, I'd be very careful about that. That'd be a very embarrassing way to die. You might end up a ghost yourself if you did that.
So how did you die?
Well, I suppose I'll tell you. So the ghost heaves a deep, mournful sigh that rattles the shutters over the window, and then sits on the edge of the bed, their translucent form passing part-way through the musty straw mattress. I told her I'd put it to good use, my grandmother. She had so many stories of adventure, and so when she left me her sword, I just wanted to make her proud. But I never got to become an adventurer. I went and drowned instead. And I know I've let her down. So, in short, that's it.
So the fisherman drowned.
He did.
You probably could have extrapolated that really good away from. Oh, bless him.
So, he's...
Where does she live?
Where does she live? Oh,
Or did?
did. She lived in Otari. I hope she did. I've just suddenly realised that I should probably check that detail.
Did we get her name? Sorry.
It doesn't say.
Oh.
How are we supposed to help this ghost?
Well,
Go to Otari, find a woman that looks roughly his grandma's age.
he says, my grandmother wasn't a young woman, and I've been dead for over 40 years, so
Oh, so that's not
so she's unlikely to be hanging on. It is more her memory that I have disgraced.
How are you to undisgrace the memory?
We go find the grandmother's diary.
She's dead.
Her diary.
Oh, her diary. I thought you said in a diary. Okay.
We've heard tales about you, Finley. In Otari, in the pub.
Oh, really? What tales did you hear?
Just that you're a lovely, friendly man in the fish hut. And we should say hello when we came in to clear out spiders.
Can you give me a deception roll, please?
I don't feel like that was deception. We were told to, come say hello.
Were you?
Oh.
says,
The man who owns the pub said to come and say hello.
I've told you my story, and well, I think I've had enough of you for now. And he fades away into the background, and the blue glow kind of goes down a notch or two, and you're left alone in his bedroom.
Well, that went well.
Cool. We should finish exploring here, then go back to Otari and find a bit more about Blue Finley.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My earphones were playing up, so.
All right. Did you say anything recently?
I did. I was asking while he was talking to Brock if what the sword was like.
Oh,
He mentioned a sword.
he did. I think so. Well, Brock has managed to upset him, so I think he might come back at some point. But he has.
Mind you, he's not very fond of me either. So
Yeah,
I wasn't even in the room when I annoyed him. So
How did that happen?
Which bit?
How did Fake annoy him when he wasn't in the room?
He didn't
They're
really.
being
He didn't
alive, I
really.
think.
Why got a little monkey symbol above him then?
What's that? Oh, the hand
It's got
symbol
like-
there.
It's
That
either a right fist or a punchy.
that was just to show that he was grappled by the
Oh, I thought that was because. Okay, makes sense.
that was the trap in the web lurker's bedroom.
I thought that was the mage thing.
No,
No, I
there is
think
there
we
is a
left
magic
it
item which will allow you to cast Mage Hand though, but
Oh, okay.
right.
Can we search his room?
You can search his room.
It's Finley's room. We should leave it alone.
Yeah, I feel like he might get even more cross if we search it. I feel like we can search it if we know there's something.
Lawful good.
At the minute, I'm just being neutral.
Having a little ghost sentry at night might be a very useful thing.
Yeah.
Fine.
Let's not piss him off any more than I already have.
I'm going to open this door as the final room. I'm going to try and do it quietly.
Okay, if you are trying to be quiet, stealth 16. That's not too bad. So give me give me a few seconds just to let you know what you've stumbled in on.
It's another
So-
asphyxie wank setup. They're
This-
everywhere.
Do I need to worry about you?
No, but if you hear a chair fall over in the night, then
and come running. This bedroom is starkly appointed. That looks like exactly the same description of the other one. A wooden bed frame has slats but no mattress, with a battered trunk at its foot. On the other side of the room is a small, simple table holding a ceramic pitcher and a matching bowl full of leaves. Light streams in past one of the shutters that hang slightly ajar. I'm a little bit confused. Which way's the west?
down, isn't it?
Down. Yep, down is west. Okay. So there is a creature in the room, and I'm looking for a description of it, but I can't seem to find one. So give me a second, and I will try and cobble something together. Okay. So this is a large, brightly coloured serpent with feathered wings. It is currently curled up in the bowl, the ceramic bowl, which is filled with leaves. There is this creature curled around in it, curled up in it. As you come in, it kind of flaps its wings a little bit, and its wings kind of go up, as if it is a little bit startled to be disturbed. And it looks at you, but not, not unkindly, just warily.
I think we may need our ranger to come and deal with this animal.
Okay.
Glory.
Okay. Which? I'm confused as to which room you're in. Is it this one here? Oh, down there. Is that? What? Are you in this room? No, down here, down the corridor. Okay. You want me to go deal with the Ollie?
Oh, you can see its name. Okay. Pretend you can't see its name.
Oh, it's got a name under it. It looks very pretty. Okay. Can I do some sort of perception wisdom check on what this thing is?
You can certainly try. So you will need
Would that
to
be
do
nature or-
probably nature.
23.
23. So
Very
I
cool.
need to remind myself how recall knowledge works, because I'm assuming that this will be a recall knowledge type check. I feel like I have to check this every single time.
Is that better?
Oh,
Oh, you bet.
we can hear you.
Yeah, it was cutting in and out, but I think I've gone to the work ones, so it should be okay now.
Oh, yep, that does sound better. So here comes a question. What is your this is for Lulry. What is your modifier for Arcana? Do you have an Arcana skill?
I don't have Arcana, no.
Okay.
0, 0, 0.
Dull. So I think I should probably have asked you for Arcana, because this is a magic-y sort of creature, but I'm going to let you have it anyway since you rolled quite well.
And it is a creature, technically.
Well, is it?
It's not human. And
What?
it's got wings.
Not human.
It's not
It's
human.
not human, and it's got wings. Kind of a creature.
Ah, yeah.
Dragons are magic, and they're still creatures. Or beasts, or of that ilk.
Well, they don't have the same classifications of creatures in Pathfinder as they do in D&D. So in D&D you've got like abominations and monsters and...
Because I wasn't allowed to turn into an
creatures and
owlbear.
No, hell, you can't turn into an owlbear. No. But at least I don't think they have the same classifications, but there is... It does say beast there, but I don't know if that's because... Why does it say that? I'm confused. I must check a thing. I'm going to check another thing and see what that says. Because it might just be that I am wrong. It does happen. Ah, right, that's a creature. This is a beast. What's the difference between a creature and a beast? I'm going to have to find out now. I may be completely wrong. So, beast. A creature similar to an animal but with an intelligence modifier of -3 or higher is usually a beast.
So it's a smart creature.
Unlike an animal, a beast might be able to speak and reason. Control F. Don't say that word out loud. Okay, so that is a list of monsters. Creature similar to an animal but might be more intelligent. Okay, well, this is a beast. with a 23, you recognise that this creature is a coatl.
Ooh.
Or
And
coatl.
what do I know about them?
Well, you know that they are large, brightly coloured serpents with feathered wings. Furthermore, you know that they are relatively intelligent and not necessarily unfriendly.
Right.
It looks at you coolly, and settles itself down comfortably in its leaves. It doesn't seem to detect hostile intent from you.
Do I have any idea what it would eat? Would I have anything? Someone mentioned something about a boar. Have we got a chunk of boar? Do I know if they're vegetarian, omnivores, carnivores? Do I know any of that? Does it eat mushrooms? Don't give it the mushrooms.
Not the sock ones, anyway.
And that's what I mean.
I would say that is probably beyond your
My knowledge.
your knowledge.
Okay. Can I get who has the ball? Do we have the ball with us, and have a chunk of the ball? Because I feel like it's got. Did you say it had a beak?
Let me see if I can find a bigger picture of it.
What shape of the beak does it have? If it has a beak.
I don't think it's got. I don't know if it's got a beak. Hold on, I'm just trying to find a handout. Where are the handouts? Why can I not find it?
Maybe I just assumed beak because of the wings.
I see. I quite understand why you might think that in that case. However,
If I look at its face, I can maybe get an idea of what it eats.
so I'm going to click the button and make it visible. There we go. Looks a bit like that.
Snaky head.
Yep,
I think
it
he
is.
might still be safe with me.
I glanced at that and read Scallywag.
It does say Scally.
Scallywing.
No, yeah, exactly the same. I was actually looking at it and read it as Scalia. Dyslexia is great. Okay, I'm going to try and befriend it. I'm going to. What do I have in my rations pack? Do our rations packs go into specifically what they are?
I am not sure if they do, but I would suggest that they would be things like dry, coarse bread, hard cheese, dried meat and fish.
Oh, I've got fish. I have some dried fish. Do I have dried fish from the fish place? So can I take out some dried fish and some bread in each hand and kind of non-threateningly walk towards it, offering the food?
Oh, it
Can I
it
do
kind
that?
of it looks at you as you approach. So well, move into the room. There we go.
Yeah, I'm going for initiative.
It kind of looks at you. It gives a little sniff and kind of ruffles its feathers a bit, and I'm going to say that it actually reaches out with its tail, which is kind of prehensile, and it takes hold of the piece of fish and gently takes it out of your hand, and it says in a little voice, "Thank you."
Oh, it can talk. Okay. I introduced myself. So, hello, my name's Laurie. We mean you no harm.
Oh, hello,
I have more
Laurie.
fish.
Thank you.
Like some. Would you like another piece of fish?
Oh, not right now. I'll be good with this one for a little while.
What's your name?
My name's Ollie.
Hi, Ollie. Do you live here?
I do.
And how long have you lived here for?
Well, that's question that I need to find the answer to in this massive body of text here. um,
And I sort of shuffled to the door and whispered to Lolry, do we think it's his asphyxiwag setup in the other room?
I'm also don't really know. I came in mid-battle and don't know what this place is, so I'm probably not the best one to be asking questions.
You're likely to have the best animal dealing with.
No, I know. Can he stay? Can they stay?
Who are you asking?
You. Like, what is our purpose for you said something about clearing this out.
Oh, no, we've been given ownership of it by its previous owner.
That's what I thought it was, this place. I was getting confused. Okay, so can we have a pet? I want to keep him. Or them.
Yeah.
Seems friendly enough.
So, despite the somewhat misleading name, with a combination of the voice and the movements, you think that this creature probably presents as a female creature.
She, her. Okay, she, her pronouns. So yeah, how long have you lived here?
Oh, a few months now, I think.
Is it just you?
Yes, just me.
Well, you don't have any like family or friends that stay here with you.
No.
Are you happy living here?
Well, I mean, it's all right. Apart from the spiders and that nasty web lurker.
Well, we've dealt with most of the spiders, we think. Not the little tiny ones, but the big ones.
Oh, that's
We've
good.
dealt
I
with-
like eating the little ones. The big ones are
Oh,
too
yeah,
big.
Still loads of those.
Oh, good.
And we think, we're going to double check, but we think the web lurker guy has run away. We are going to go double check that. But we don't think he's anywhere here anymore.
Oh, that's good.
So basically, I'll let you know the situation. Is this place was given to us by the owner, who said we can come and stay here, and so that's why we've come here to kind of tidy it up and clean it. But we're more than happy if you want to stay here with us. You're more than welcome to stay. We're all really friendly. I can introduce you to all my friends. And so if you agree to kind of want to stay with us, and we'll do our best to look after you, you can look after us. Would you like that?
Well, I mean, you could catch some fish.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all share what we catch and stuff, and food. So we'd be more than happy to kind of help you, give you food. And if this is the room that you like, this can be your room. And if you want anything to make it more comfortable, we can see what we can do. And you're free to come and go as you please, and kind of. We haven't really decided what we're going to do with this place yet, but we're more than happy for you to have a say and stay with us.
Well, I mean, I was here first, but I suppose you could move in too, especially if you're planning to catch some nice fish.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're going to catch fish. Is there anything else you like to eat other than fish and spiders?
Well, I mean, that covers most of it, but I'll try a few different things now and then.
Oh, we've got some boar that you might quite like. We can get to know each other, find out what you like. And you can hang out with us. You can come adventuring with us if you wanted to, or while we're off adventuring, you can stay here and look after the place for us.
Well, I mean that's quite a big job, but if you leave plenty of fish,
we can definitely sort you fish. Would you like to meet everybody else?
Oh, okay.
I'll get them to come in one at a time because it can be quite a big group. So first, I'll step aside and I'll let the next person come in and introduce themselves. Next person come in.
Oh, hello.
I'm Ibn.
Hello, Ivrin. How are you?
I'm good. I've enjoyed vanquishing the spiders.
Oh, well, I'm sure that was fun.
I wonder, do you know much of the ghost Blue Finley that lives here?
Well, he's very grumpy, isn't he? Doesn't take much to send him off in a sulk.
What's his problem? What's he so upset about?
Well, from what I can tell, he was hoping he would have some kind of heroic destiny, and he just went and got himself killed before he did any adventuring or anything. He told me that he was saving up for a suit of armour, and he was going to go off adventuring with his grandmother's sword. She was in the Pathfinders Society, don't you know?
The name of the movie.
Is it the Pathfinder Society? She was definitely a Pathfinder anyway, which is there is an organisation in...
Yeah, they said the name of the movie moment.
Yeah, they said the name of the movie.
What?
Because he said Pathfinder, and there's I don't know where it's from. Maybe from Family Guy.
I think it's Family Guy.
Yeah, there's a good reference about when you're watching a movie and there's dialogue that says the name of the movie.
Oh. I see what you mean.
Sorry, I'm being silly.
Ollie looks up into the sky and winks at the camera.
I will step aside and let the next person come in.
Okay, so the next person, this is Brock. Brock.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Brock.
So he's one of the other ones that are in our party, so you'll see him around as well. I just want you to know that we're all kind of safe, and you don't need to worry about any of us.
Oh, that's good to
And
know.
we'll look after you.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, I have a friend called Captain Fuzzy Paws, who's a bear.
Oh.
He's dressed as a pirate. You can see he's just outside the door.
Oh, hello.
He's there. He doesn't talk. He's not as clever as you. But he will wave his paw at you and he grumbles. He also likes fish. He's a very good fish catcher.
We've got something in common then.
Yeah. And we've also got someone else in the group called Feg, who is somewhere. Let me just poke my head out the door and call him down. Feg! Come meet Ollie.
Oh! Hello.
Say
Hello,
Feg.
I'm Feg the Magnificent.
Oh, why do they call you that? Is it some kind of cruel joke?
No, it's because I'm magnificent.
Apple's giggles in the corner.
Yep. Oh, I see. So it's what a fitting name.
I know, thank you.
And we also have Adria and Aiden. I'm not sure where they've got to though. I can't quite see them.
Ah, so
Aiden is a very sweet little cat that you'll see around the place. A little hairless sphinx cat. Oh, and I think here comes Adria now.
yeah, that's me moving her. I haven't heard Michaela for a little while. I don't know if she's. Are you still there?
The corridor's getting very chocker. Sorry about that.
So Adria appears in the doorway and
While they're chatting, can I take a little look around the room and just kind of see if there's anything of interest in the room other than Ollie?
the room is pretty barren. Can you give me a perception roll? See if you spot anything exciting.
Perception. Nope, that one. Oh no! I just see a very pretty creature.
Ah, there's no pornographic woodcuts for you, I'm afraid.
Well, we'll carry on exploring the rest of the place, Ollie. So if you hear us bumbling around, it's probably only us. Is there anything? I'll leave you some fish. I've got another piece of fish here. So I'll pop it down on this bed for later. Is there anything else we can get you in the meantime?
Oh no, that's good, thank you. Very very good. I'll see you later. No doubt you'll want to deal with all the cobwebs and stuff.
Would you like us to get rid of the cobwebs from your room?
Oh well, it's not too bad in here. I've managed to keep it reasonably tidy, but the rest of the place is absolutely full of them.
I know Feg encountered a particularly nasty one earlier that nearly cost him his life, so we're definitely going to be dealing with those next.
Oh dear. Well, good luck.
Okay. We'll see you later.
See you later.
I'll close
Bye.
the door for privacy. I'm very much stuck in a corridor. I got there. Okay. Right. Where to next? We've made a friend.
There's one last closet which I'm going to open to see if there's anything in there,
Cool.
and then I feel an urge to stab a web lurker, so I want to see if we can chase anybody down. I will wait to see what I've opened this door into first.
Okay.
Where are you? I can't
Yeah,
see
where
you.
are you? Oh, okay. The door by Captain Fuzzy Paws. You're in here. Okay. Should we come? We'll come into the room with you just in case.
So, shelves line the walls of this narrow pantry. A few empty crocks and boxes are all that remain on the shelves. A heap of empty sacks and broken crockery lies on the floor. Give us a perception check if you like.
Ooh.
Okay, so you notice under the bottom shelf of this now deserted pantry is what looks like a big mouse hole. It's probably big enough for something about the size of a small cat to come through. It's obviously not a mouse hole. It's bigger than in scale than that. And speaking of scales, there you see actually a little bit of down and what look like a couple of iridescent scales next to the hole, and the hole appears to connect this room with the next room.
Ollie's room. We'll call it Ollie's room.
Yeah.
It's her room.
Ollie must use that as exit.
Can we collect those scales?
If you want.
Yeah. I put them in a pouch, but a different pouch to the mushrooms.
After a few seconds of kind of looking around the room, a little snaky head kind of appears in the hole and says, "Oh, I should have said this room's mine too, and everything in it."
Fair dues. We will leave you be, Ollie.
I mean, if you could fill it up with fish, that'd be lovely.
Noted.
Right. See you later. Do close the door. We don't want to let the mice in. And then.
Well, there we go. I say we see if we can hunt ourselves down a little web lurker, just to make sure the surrounding area is safe.
You go hunting.
Well, I can't exit the building at the moment for some reason.
Let me try and work out why that is. Okay. I have worked out why that is. So just give me a
Is Spec
second.
on board with hunting too?
Yeah, I'm
Is
good.
Spec here? Okay. You happy to go and check the surrounding area? Check it's all safe.
When I come out, can I have a look around and see if I can detect the web lurker's blood and which direction it went in?
Oh, Audrey is upside down. How did that happen? Is she having a nap? I can only think she is. Oh, she's moving. Okay, that's a good sign. So give me a survival roll to try and track, please. Let's see if there are some specific rules for tracking. I'm sure there must be. Oh, there we go. Track. 18. That's not a bad roll. I just need to find the right number to compare to it.
Just realised I've got natural medicine. Sorry, I was trying to look to see if I had any special hunty skills, and I don't. I put them all into combat.
As is right and proper in a tactical game.
But yeah, I can use nature instead of medicine to treat wounds. So I can be less useless.
Oh, that's good. Do you have a better score in nature than you do in medicine?
I've got no medicine.
Oh, oh right, okay. So that
and
you can do treat wounds using medicine instead using
nature,
instead
and
of
I've got
medicine.
5 for nature, so
Oh, okay.
that's good to know.
So I am
Right.
about to take a. At least I'm going to attempt to. Whisper rolls to GM, please. There we go. Let's see what happens if I roll this button. Here, is it going to reveal it to everybody? No, it didn't. That's good. That is very useful. Ah, okay. So. They have a few hours head start because you spent a couple of hours healing. You can definitely see that there is a trail. But I'm going to say that you only managed to follow it for a little way before it becomes obvious that it is sort of petering out, if you like. It appears to lead away from the building, so it seems to be going off this way, but you know, you can't detect much better than that.
Never mind. Well, should we see what's in these last few rooms and then maybe think about going back to Otari?
Yeah.
Maybe clear out some of the cobwebs for Ollie before we go. Make it tidy for her.
Sure.
Over it, people. Open the door.
Every time, the one I can't be asked to do a stealth check.
So let me tell you what happens in this room. I'd say this is fairly likely to be some kind of battle. But let's find what the box text says. We'll give it 15 minutes and then do some awards probably. So, the door creaks open on battered hinges, releasing a putrid stench. Okay. Feg knows which way his bread's buttered. Racks for smoking fish fill most of the dark space within, some still holding scraps of scale and bone. A faint sloshing sound comes from a vile-smelling puddle in the centre of the floor. That is interesting. Okay, so there are some very, very unpleasant smelling and looking creatures in here. I'm going to find the handout and show it to you. We might even have to take some fortitude saves, but player art handouts, that's where it is. It is, for some reason I've been really struggling to find the same folder. I should move it somewhere more obvious. So here we go.
Yeah.
It's a pretty little thing, isn't it?
Pretty little thing, yep.
I've got that worse.
So let's get these foul beasties into the initiative order. Oh, they're quick. Quick off the mark. Let's get you all in there. Yep, as soon as the door is open, the oozes surge up towards the light, fresh air and sustenance. Okay. So, yeah, definitely a fight. Let me open up their character sheet. Okay, that is good to know. Oh. Sorry, I've got itchy shoulders from sunburn because it's all starting to come back to life again. Well, that's not very helpful, he said, because it's not very helpful. Let's see what the bio says. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put you all in the right order. Oh, everyone is quick. That is helpful. I'm going to change the music. I quite like this music, but this isn't battle music, is it? Let's have this one, most exciting one. I promise I'm going to make my playlist a bit longer. It's a bit short at the moment. Okay, so these foul oozes rear up from the floor and kind of reflexively strain towards the door as Ivrin opens it. Ivrin is the first to react, which is good. What would Ivrin like to do? I've just realised everyone's miles away, but then that's what happens when you go around opening doors.
I'm gonna whack him.
Gonna whack him.
Yeah.
So
First one's normal and the second one's flat-footed, I believe.
That is correct. So let's have your attack 1. Okay, so attack number 1 is a hit. That means that they are flat-footed for attack number 2. And also, so believe it or not, 8 against the flat-footed foe is actually a hit.
Oh, got away with that one.
Yeah, so you can you roll us a d6 for sneak attack damage, because flat-footed opponents take extra damage from you. Oh dear. 2 attacks, one of them a sneak attack. And we have a grand total of 7 points of damage. So you slash away at the large slimy body of this creature. Oh. Okay, not even 7. It it's the first time I've ever seen it, but it has certain damage immunities.
So it didn't hurt it.
You did hurt it, just not as much as you might like.
Sure.
What you notice is that as you stab your rapiers into its jelly-like oozing flesh, it sort of fills out again. You know, it feels like although you're leaving a mark, but it's not like when you plunge it into the flesh of a normal creature where it, you know, bleeds and ruptures. It just kind of, you know, it's like,
sure.
It's like stabbing, you know, Play-Doh or something.
Well, I'm going to, with my last action, try and definitely just move out of the way a little bit, just so Brock and Fair can get in and do the real damage.
Very good. Okay, so he does not have opportunity attack, so he is not able to do the thing. So Sewer Ooze number 1. Is going to use its ability, which is called Filth Wave.
Feels like a new classification of metal music.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Deathcore and Filth Wave and
Yeah.
So this attack has a 20-foot radius. From the creature. So that gets Ivran, Brock and Feg. In fact, that might even get Lolry as well. I think partially touching a square counts as...
Oh, at the side of a wall? Do they even have a line of sight to me?
Well, they... alright, I'll let Lolry off then. For now. Oh, hold on. Hold on. These things can, of course, move. So maybe... maybe I'll just move here first.
Not closer to Peggy. Oh no, it doesn't get an attack of opportunity, it moves in, only out.
There we go.
Fine.
So,
I mean that we've got a better shot at them, but yeah.
So the Sewer Ooze unleashes a wave of filth, which splatters around in all directions. The smell is indescribable, as brown, green, and other unsavoury, you know, dark, snotty yellow filth just goes, sprays everywhere in a 20-foot radius. It lands on those 4 of you, so Lolry, Fag, Brock and Ivran. Each creature in the area must take a reflex save. So that's not bad. And can we have one for Feg, please? Excuse me.
trying to find where it is.
It is in the middle column
got
of
it.
your character sheet. There we go.
Hey.
Excellent reflexes there. So, so it says each creature in the area must succeed at a DC 17 reflex save or take. So it's save or. So all of you have passed except for Lolry.
Mm-hmm.
So Lolry takes 4 points of acid damage.
Cool.
So somehow because the evil powers of the GM.
I've got to do maths. I've done that 28, 29, 30, 31, 60. Yeah, I'm done for 28.
And
Also, do I have any long-term effects of being poisoned?
you are not poisoned. However,
Oh.
you have a minus 10 foot penalty to your speed for 1 minute.
Okay.
So
I can only do 15.
yeah. So let's
Cool.
try and find
For 1 round.
1 minute.
1
Oh,
minute,
that's
which
round
is
to
10 rounds.
10.
10 rounds.
I need to find a picture to use to show that you are slowed. I have one that's shaped like a snail. There we go. I'll put the snail on you. And then I'm going to write in the chat. Snail means 10-foot move
I'll write it on
penalty.
my character sheet as well.
Yes, please. That would be
And
helpful.
then notes. And then I'll drop it down every round. So for 10 rounds, and I'll drop it down a round every time.
Cool. Very good. And does it do anything else? That's it for now. So yeah. So Lolry is covered in filth. A door just opened. Which door was that?
Oh, so that might have been me. I was trying to. My initiative box has disappeared.
Oh,
Same.
Right.
Actually.
sorry, that was me.
Okay, so I was trying to see if I got rid of it, and I was trying to clicking all the things at the side to see if it would bring it back.
So,
and accidentally clicked on the door.
No worries, easily done. Okay, that was Suaru's number 1. So we're going to move down the turn order. So the Suaruzes are going to get their turn, and then I think we're probably going to leave it there. So we're just going to do a bit of a repeat of the previous. So this Suaruz just kind of oozes around the edges behind the other one, and this one is going to move somewhat towards the building. So I was trying to work out what these things do, and the answer... Oh, wait a minute, that's too far. Hold on, it's got to be there. Yeah, these things don't... These things only have one move, so this one is also going to try to get you all in its wave of filth. And it's going to get all of you, I think. So, reflex saves all round, please.
How do I do that for the bear? Is it on his sheet?
I think it'll be on his sheet.
Hang on, let's try this sheet. Jump forward. Reflex, survival. Ah. Oh, he's so not gonna pass that. Did that work? Oh, no, it's 6. No, oh. The bear.
25.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm not gonna pass it again. Okay, right, let me do me now. So. Nope.
Correct.
God damn it. I guess, does it reduce my speed down again?
Now that's a good question, and one that I shall endeavour to answer. But first of all, I'm going to push the button. There we go. That way I'll see how much acid damage is coming. Oh, lovely. Maximum again. Has everybody rolled? I don't think you all have. I need some more. Please can I have Feg and I think Ardria might just get off. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 4. So we're just looking for reflex save for Feg.
Does it go through buildings? Is she safely inside?
Say that again.
Does
There's
it go
doors out
through?
there, isn't it?
The door was meant to be shut. I accidentally opened it when.
Oh, okay. Was it shut? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was shut at the start of the round.
Cool. Oh, well, in that case, Ardria is fine. So it is just those of you that are outside that get squirted.
So she's got a shock when she opens the door to see us all covered in...
Covered in shit. Covered in shit and mouldy fish. Still, the cat might like you. So anybody that got under 17 takes 4 points of acid damage. I'm going to say that movement penalty does not stack. So if there were a worse effect, for example a critical fail, which would mean that we would basically double the effect, I think that would supersede it, but I don't think that it would stack. So those of you that failed take 4 more points of acid damage and are slowed, which means we need to slow Ivren. Is that right? So I'm going to give Ivren a snail. He's taken his acid damage, and Laurie is slimed. So yeah, only 2 of you are slimed. That's fine. Excuse me. So, let's take this opportunity to award some awards. I know we're kind of mid-battle, but I think it will probably take us a while to get to the end of the round, so let's pause it there. Let's have some more sedate music while we do some awards. So, let's have Danger in Space. Number 6. I've no idea what it is. It could be anything. Danger in Space, number 6. So I'm going to move us onto the awards screen. I'm going to zoom out a bit so that you can see the wonderful pickies there, or the wonderful picture, I should say. So you will see the awards pop up in the video in Discord rather than on the screen now, because I'll be doing them in OBS. Let's hide that for now. I mean, I'm going to try and hide it, but it popped up again. Go away. Thank you. And we turn on awards. We turn off Gareth. And that way I can mess around with the awards channel in Discord without losing anybody's face. So, we have, first of all, First Blood. Can you see it in the Discord video chat?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. Oh, everyone's muted. Not everyone. Some are muted. Okay, so...
That was Dave, wasn't it? Because the only thing we've hit today is the slime.
Is that it?
Or the
Wow.
string.
Oh, the string.
I don't think like getting Feg down counts, and that's the only other interactions we've had.
Oh, well, in that case, that one goes
No
to Ivran.
combat.
So let's move to the next one, which is First Kill. Did
We
we
haven't
kill
killed
anything?
any.
Okay, that is a not applicable then. Kill of the week, also not applicable. How did we manage to have a whole session without any killing? Oh, it's like it's a role-playing game instead of a tactical combat simulator. What a revelation. The Yoink Award, likewise, is going to have to go unawarded, isn't it? Which may mean that I ended the fight prematurely, because we're going to get through these awards really quickly. Fumble of the week.
Rolling that. I think I rolled well. Other than the fact I went in the trap, I also rolled a nat 1.
Yes,
I
natural ones are our fumbles. So fumble of the week. Who was the first person to roll a natural 1? Let's scroll up a little bit. Oh yeah, Carlin got a 1 for stealth, probably because he's, you know, possibly miles away, if not in a different dimension. We got lots of natural 20s this time. So Feg got a 2 for his survival roll for identifying mushrooms.
I got a 1 for the ghost, I think it was.
You got a 1 for diplomacy, but you didn't tell us you were going into the room and you didn't say anything, so I don't think we can actually count that as canon. I mean, you may have said something that we didn't hear because your headphones weren't working. Because all I heard you say, all I saw was the diplomacy roll pop up, and Feg was actually in the corridor at the time. So, so we'd best not land that one on you. So we've got a choice of Brock's deception roll, or Feg's survival roll, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. What? We give that one to Brock.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brock is a bad liar. Okay then, let's move on to the Pincushion Award. So who got hurt the most?
I think
I-
Laurie was the only one.
Yeah, I think it's for once. I think that might have been me.
I don't think it is
Okay.
because, well, you took 8 points of damage from being hit with two things off,
Yeah, no. Oh, did Feg take
2
any
waves of
damage?
filth. Yes,
I'm-
he did. He did take. He took 3d6 points of damage from being yanked up in the air by a
So it might be Feg.
noose. Oh, but he only took 7 points of damage. So you're right. It is Laurie that actually is our pincushion this
I'm
week.
going to say being DM on that one, but
Well, you did helpfully remind me that I should actually have moved my monster before I allowed it to
that's fine.
unleash its wave of effluence. Okay, the best supporting role. Well, there's there's 2 good candidates here.
I think there was a lot of healing done, wasn't there, at the start of the round? It's either
Oh, a lot of medicine on everybody else.
not Carlin anymore.
Sorry, you've been.
Yeah, Ivrin patched up everybody, didn't he? Pretty much. So.
Yeah.
And I disarmed the trap.
True. Yeah. Okay. That looks like a fairly clear one then. Okay, so we have 3 more awards left. Role player of the week.
Sam for upsetting Ghost.
Yeah, I think so.
I made him laugh afterwards.
That's true.
Very well. Okay, that still leaves us with 2. So I have a cunning plan, my lord. Did anyone have a cunning plan, my lord?
Maybe when I was strung up by the neck, my plan was to just obviously rip my way out because that's how Feg operates, and it failed spectacularly.
That sounds more like the absence of a plan than a plan.
Yeah.
Although both Brock and Lowry came up with quite a good idea to stop you from suffocating in the form of, because Brock said, "Oh, can I grab hold of his legs?" while I was calling for the initiative roll, so it kind of got a bit lost. But then Lowry pushed the table under his feet. So
that's a good idea.
yeah, I mean both of those are quite good things. Who do we think takes that one?
I think Lollery's was more of a plan. Mine was more of a just, I don't know, grab his fucking legs.
Cool. In that case, we will hand that one to Lowry. And then our final one, if I can find the button, the Read the Damn Spell Description Award, was a single spell cast today.
No, we found the. It's not a monkey paw, but I'm going to keep calling it one because it's in my brain now. That was the only thing vaguely spell related.
Yeah, that was the only thing slightly whimsical, wasn't it? And it didn't actually get called in. It didn't actually get brought into play. Oh well. In that case, that is another NA. But that brings us up to our customary finishing time. Despite my fears, we did not give in to faffery too much. So I think we actually managed to do a relatively full session. I've got 2.5 hours of recorded material anyway, so that's not too bad. So, I think that's it for another week. So let us reconvene in 7 of your Earth days. Anyone watching, and you guys of course, may remember that we were initially planning to have a face-to-face session today, but we decided not to, so that we could all be here, and pretty much all of us are, so that's good. With dog walking aside. But yes, I have a plan for recording the session face-to-face, because it will be much easier in the setting that we have decided to do it in. So on the 30th there will actually be a full-on face-to-face video, which will probably not be as technically proficient as this, but it will be a face-to-face session with everybody in the room, which will be lovely. I'm going to stop wittering now and let you all go. So yeah, let's let's do it again in a week. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Cheers,
See you
everyone.
next week. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.